I'm back better than ever, and I'm ready to just put in work. What's going on, beauties? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Essence, and yes, you heard it. I am back. I am back. I am back. I know I've been gone for a good minute now. Probably the last video I uploaded was like November-ish, maybe beginning of December. Not too sure, but I will definitely get into all the reasons why I've been gone and why I took this break from YouTube. But I just wanted to officially come back on here and say that I am back into my creative space and just creating videos and content for all of you guys out there, and it feels so good. So without any more talking, let's get into today's video. I do have some new products I want to try, things I've been collecting, wanting to use so badly, but today is the day that I'll be able to put most of the things I've gotten to the test. So if you're interested in today's video, definitely keep on watching. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit that bell notification so you can be notified every single time I upload. And let's just get into the video. So my eyelids are nice and primed. I am going to set them really quickly with a light layer of this Rimmel translucent powder, which I still have. And I'm just using this fluffy brush from e.l.f. just to tap a light layer on top of my eyelids just to set the concealer down, because if you don't know, I do like to use my NARS. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and mine is in the shade number medium dark 1, which is Biscuit, and it just looks like this. So I like to use this to prime my lids and then use a little bit of setting powder just to set them. So for today's palette, I am going to be using the Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette, which is this one right here. It's so beautiful, you guys. Oh, having it in my hands, I did a pre-order for this, and then when it came in, I've had it since last year, before Christmas, and I'm just getting around to using it. So this is what it looks like. It's super pretty on camera. It's pretty in person. And I love the fact that there are 6 different shades. 6? Yes. Different shades and 4 different finishes. I think that was a very clever little idea. So I think the shade I want to take first is Soothe, and I'm going to take the matte version of it, which is this one right here. I'm going to focus this shade on my outer part of my eye first. And this palette does have a little bit of weight to it. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not dragging this color like completely in my crease. Just on the outer corner, just building it up. And as you guys can see, the shadow is pigmented, so I do like that. This is a very pretty brown. I see myself using this a lot. It's like not too warm, but it's not too cool either. So now taking a smaller brush, this is just the JH40. I'm going to use this brush to get in my inner part of my eye. And I'm taking that same shade and just placing it in that same part, just right there in the inner corner. And I feel like I'm using a different brush because, one, it's smaller and I can get a little bit more precise in this corner right here, but I can also like use this brush to blend it upwards. Now, using that same brush I was using at first, I'm going to take a little bit of Story, which is like the orange tone shade in the palette. And I'm going to put that on my outer corner as well as my inner corner. So I'm just layering the shadow on top of what we already put down and just kind of building up the colors in the inner and outer corner of my eye, and just making sure everything's nice and blended and just building up that pigmentation. Now that we have the colors kind of built up a little bit, I do want to go in now with Ritual, which is this darker brown shade right here. And I'm going to put that again on the inner part and outer part. I do feel like this look is pulling a little bit orange. So I do want to deepen it up a little bit and go more brown than orange, if you get me. I definitely feel like the looks that I've done prior to today's video have all been like orange kind of vibes. and I just want to switch that up a little bit. So now I'm just taking it on the outer corner of my eye and doing that same thing that I was doing before. It's just a very repetitive process and just trying to perfect the blend, get it pigmented, or stack up the pigment, I should say, to the way that I want it, and just for it to flow nicely. We are definitely looking a little crazy right now, but I'm just gonna take a clean blending brush and basically just use this to blend everything out even more. That way it's just a little bit more seamless and nicer. And it has no shadow on it, so I'm not adding anything to this. I'm just trying to blend out what we already have. Now for the center of the lid, I want to first put a little bit of the metallic shade of Ritual on my lid and then go in possibly with the glitter version of it. But it is this one right here. I'm going to use this first, and I want to put that in the center of my lid. And to do that, I am going to use a flat brush. Use this one right here. This is the JH41. Just using pressing motions to apply this to my eyelid, just right there in the center. I do feel like it'd be a lot more metallic if I were to like spray my brush down. Even though I'm going to be going over it with a glitter shadow, I'm gonna spray my brush anyways. You definitely get like a more melted kind of glitter look. I'm gonna go back and blend the edges a little bit more into that shadow that we just put down, and then I'm gonna add the glitter shade. Using the same brush as before, I'm gonna dip into the glitter. Definitely more of like a chunky glitter. So I'm just lightly pressing that. I do find myself dipping back into the glitter a lot more, and I also feel like a lot of it is like sticking to the brush and not transferring to my actual lid. It's still very pretty though. So this is basically it for the eyes. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be adding any bottom eyeshadow once the base is done and all that, but this is all that I'm going to do for like the top of the eye. I am going to go in with lashes and mascara off camera, but I do want to tell you guys what lashes I'll be using. I'm not really sure between the two, but I have two different ones. I think I'm leaning more towards the Tarte lashes. These are the Lily Pons and Tarte Collab, and I don't know if there's a style for these. I don't think so, but this is what they look like. Super pretty, super long, dramatic in a sense, and I like them. Also, I have these ColourPop lashes, and these are in the style Minx, and I think these are really pretty as well. So honestly, I think I'll go in with the Tarte ones, but I just wanted to show you guys both different lashes that I had available, and they're both new, never used, so I think I'm gonna go in with these ones. So I'm going to put on my mascara, do my lashes, and then we can come back and finish the rest of this face and also get into why I've been gone. I don't really like to talk and do my eyeshadow at the same time, only because I get carried away with the shadow if I'm talking too much, and I'd rather just explain to you guys what I'm doing for the eyeshadow look, because for me, 9 times out of 10, if I'm watching someone's video, unless it's specifically about the base makeup, I'm most interested in what's going on as far as like the eyeshadow. So I wanted to take the time to kind of explain what I was doing, and now I will do this, come back and explain to you guys why I've been gone. Okay, so I'll see you guys in what will be like a less than a second to you, and it'll be some time for me, so be right back. So my lashes are on, and now we're going to move on to the base makeup. And I don't have a new primer, but I am going to be using this Banana Bright Face Primer. This is from Ole Henriksen, and I really do like this primer, so I'm going to use this. My skin has been more on the dry side, like super dry. So I'm going to use this one because not only does it help with like the dryness and everything, but it also has really good ingredients in it. So I'm going to use this to prime today. Now, one of the reasons that I've been away from YouTube is because, well, my skin. I went through it like bad. Like, it's scarred up now. As you guys can see, I have a lot more scarring on my face than normal. And yeah, that's because I've been going through something with my skin. Has been a time. It's been a time. It's been a time. So I went to a dermatologist, got some medication and stuff, and I've been using it. It's been helping, but it's like it's going to take time. I was going to say it's a slow process, but it takes time. But I have seen like a big difference. My forehead is starting to clear up. Obviously, I have a lot of scarring on the sides of my faces. Still have some acne going on. Menstrual acne, of course, right now. But as far as like new breakouts aside from my menstrual cycle, I haven't seen any. So I'm just working on trying to clear up my face. I do have this Pixie by Petra. This is their correction concentrate brightening peach. This is like in a little pot. So it just looks like this. And I'm going to use this to kind of put a little bit underneath my eyes for my dark circles. And then, some of these blemishes that I want to kind of hide a little bit more. So I'll just put a little bit here, a little bit underneath, like right in this inner corner, just to like help brighten that area up a bit. And I've only used this like once. And clearly it wasn't on camera because I don't think I've used this on camera. But yeah, like I was saying before, me being away from YouTube had a lot to do with my skin. It was just super, super bad. And as you guys can see, my filming setup is kind of different. Hopefully the quality's better. And with that new and better quality, it's like it's zooming into these imperfections. And I know we all have flaws, but I seriously could not get on camera the way my skin was before. Like, it's not even 100% right now, but I feel a little bit more confident now hopping on camera versus how it was before, just because it has improved greatly. I think it was just like stress and the new environment in which I'm working now just causing my face just to go crazy. So glad that I feel like I've found a solution and getting my skincare products right, and just trying to get right. All right, so I know I look a little bit crazy with that on, but now we are going to use foundation. I picked up the Tarte Face Tape Foundation, and I know this has been out for a while, but what made me pick this up was I was on the phone or FaceTime with my twin sister, and she was telling me that she picked up this foundation, and I seen it on her, and it's so beautiful. I was like, girl, I have to try that. I really had no plans on ever trying this foundation, but when I saw it on her, I was just like, yeah, I have to try that. So I did get mine color matched in store, and mine is 37G medium tan golden, so it should match. But I'm gonna just use a couple of pumps of this. It does have a pump. For some reason, I was thinking it was like the Shape Tape concealer, and it had the wand. I don't know where I got that idea from, or maybe because when they initially launched it, I feel like they initially launched this foundation and there wasn't like a lot of shades for everybody, and then they relaunched it with more shades. I kind of feel like that's what happened with this foundation. But I have just a couple of pumps on the back of my hand, about 3. I may not need all of this, but what I'm going to do is dot this on my face, and then I'm going to actually use a brush today to work in the foundation. So I still have a little bit left on the back of my hand. I am going to use this Sonia Kashuk large buffing brush, and I'm just going to stipple this. The coverage is definitely very full. It does have a little bit of a scent to it. I am really liking the coverage of this foundation a lot. Definitely covering up a lot. I don't even see myself needing the rest of it that's on the back of my hand, to be honest. But it just looks really good on the skin. So this is the foundation on. I really do like it a lot. I am going to pair it with the Tarte Shape Tape because I don't have a brand new concealer. So I'm just going to use this one. And plus, I have not used Tarte Shape Tape in so long. So let's just go ahead and use a little bit of this. So to blend out my concealer, I am going to use this Real Techniques brush. This is the Deluxe Concealer Brush, which is very similar to their Deluxe Blending Brush, which is this purple one. So I'm going to use this to blend out the concealer a little bit. And just kind of see how I like that. So I'm just being very gentle, blending out the edges first, and then moving upwards. So for powder today, I am going to be using the Collab. This is their Set the Stage Soft Focus Translucent Finishing Powder, and it just looks like this. And it's translucent, obviously. And I'm going to be using this today because I've heard so many great things about this powder. It took me a while to actually like physically pick it up, but I finally have it. So I am going to be testing this out. They also have another one with a black lid, and I forget what the difference is, but I ended up picking up this one. I'm also going to use this Real Techniques sponge. This is supposed to be for powder. And to be honest with you guys, this sponge feels exactly like this one right here. And if you don't know, this is the Juno & Co sponge. This is like their velvet microfiber sponge, I believe. So this feels just like that. And I love that sponge, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to love this one as well. But we are going to test it out today. I did wet mine. You can use it wet, dry. It don't matter. So I'm just going to use this to set underneath my eyes. This is definitely getting the powder on there. It does seem like, whoa. For a minute, my under eye kind of feels dry. Felt at first that like my under eye was feeling a little dry. I don't know what that was about, but that's the powder on. I don't see anything too like wowing about the powder. I don't feel like it's like truly translucent. I feel like it has like a yellow kind of banana powder vibe. So I'm not really sure. I'm definitely gonna have to use it again to see. I don't know. I'm going to use the Becky X Colourpop or Becky G X Colourpop bronzer, and this is in LA, and it just looks like this. Packaging is super cute. Look at that bandana. So I'm going to use this just to bronze up my cheeks and everything a little bit. Look at that pigment. So let's see. It's like a nice, this is more like a, I don't know, it's pulling a little like red undertone bronzer for me. And I'm typically more of like a warm toned bronzer kind of girl. I don't really go for like the red tones, but it's pretty decent. Can't say it's my favorite, but it's definitely doing the job. So I'm just gonna brush this all over. For blush today, I'm gonna be using the Sephora Collection little blush palette. I'm not really sure which one this is because they did have more than one. But this is what the one I picked up looks like. Just looks like this, nice pinky, orangey tones. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna use probably this one right here. I do like the orange vibes that it's giving, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on my cheeks. And this one does have a little bit of glitter like in the pan, so it might be a little illuminating. Oh, this is really, really pretty. I like this one. So for highlight, I ordered the ColourPop Illuminator, and this pan is so big. Like, look at that. And it wasn't even that much. I think I paid maybe like $12, I believe. But this is their new illuminator in Champagne Bubbles, and I like die hard for any kind of like golden champagne type of highlight. Love those highlighters. So what I'm gonna do is set my face real quick with a little bit of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm going to take a little bit of this highlighter. I'm going to start with my nose because I feel like I can always tell the highlight on my nose. Super beautiful. It has a smell. Like a really sweet, perfumey smell. It smells good, don't get me wrong, but I didn't know highlighters are supposed to smell like something. If you guys get this highlighter, smell it. Seriously, it smells so good. It's like a sweet, perfumey kind of smell. I also want to take a little bit of the same highlighter and use it in my inner corners because I know I love doing that. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this in my inner corners as well. I feel like using the same highlighter all over your face and in your inner corners just kind of ties everything together. And you don't have to worry about using two different, you know, like highlighters or inner corner colors or whatever. I'm also going to take a little bit of this on my brow bone. Okay, it set a little bit, but I think I was a little heavy-handed there. I'll blend it out. So I have no idea what to do for the lips, so I think I'm just going to keep it really simple and nude and just use the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in BFF to line my lips. Then I'm just going to use my MAC lipstick in Kinkster. Taking a little bit of the concealer on my lips. I'm just patting this in. And then as a nice glossy finish, I'm just going to add a little bit of the Ulta Juice Infused Lip Oil right on top. Okay, beauties, so this is the finished and final look. This lash right here just won't do what it's supposed to do. But anyways, this is the look that I pretty much came up with today. Don't mind my hair. It's like needs to be washed. It's so bad. But I really, really wanted to be able to sit down and film with you guys today. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video regardless of anything. I tried to explain why I wasn't here. I know I talked about the like acne and the breaking out and just the skin issues and problems. But it's honestly a little bit deeper than that. I will probably do another video, maybe like a vlog or something, and just kind of talk about it there. Let me know if you guys want that, or if you guys are just happy that I'm back and you just want me to get back in the swing of things. So just let me know your opinions and your thoughts down below, and then I'll move forward based upon what you guys want. But other than that, the main point is that I'm back, and I think that's what's most important. As far as like the new products that I used in today's video, I absolutely love the Tati palette. I feel like it created such a very nice eyeshadow look, and even with this look that I created today, I feel like if I did add like bottom lash mascara and a little bit of eyeshadow down there, I could really smoke it out and it'd be really vampy and sexy. So I really love the palette, see myself using that definitely a lot more. Also, the face tape from Tarte, I am going to use this again, of course. I do like it. I feel like it is super full coverage and it looks really, really nice on the skin. So I'm not even like stressing that. The one thing that I wasn't like, it was like, okay, well actually two things. One, the bronzer, the Becky G bronzer with ColourPop in the shade LA. I feel like I got the darkest shade and I meant to get the lighter bronzer. So I will probably order the other one and just kind of compare the two. But I'm not really loving this as a bronzer. I'm not obsessed with it. And as far as the collab powder goes, I'll definitely be using this again. Not with that sponge from Real Techniques. And also maybe with a different concealer. I don't really know. I just feel like, I mean, it's a nice powder, but I feel like it made my under eyes a little bit more yellow, and I didn't really want that. It's more of like a banana powder to me versus being like an actual translucent. So, wasn't too crazy about that. The Pixie by Petra, this brightening corrector, this right here seemed to be working wonders. I mean, it definitely helped cover up the dark spots. You don't see those. The only things you really see is just like the raised acne on my skin. So that's really it. Let me know if there's any new products that you guys want me to try, any videos you guys want to see this year, this month, whatever. let me know down in the comment section down below. I do have some ideas of videos that I want to do and create for you all, but your guys' opinions matter to me, and the things that you guys want to see is important. So definitely make sure you're sounding off down below in the comments. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for like supporting me, and if you made it to the end of this video, I love you guys. I'm back better than ever, and I'm ready to just put in work. I will see you guys super soon in the next video or vlog, whichever one comes first. You guys already know how it goes. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.